Hello, everybody, and welcome to another free live preview of California Psychics, where we show you exactly what it's like here to get a reading with us, with the chance to have one of your questions answered for free by one of our top tier psychic advisors. This week, we are joined by one of our top rated advisors and a fan favorite with our audience today, Psychic Chip. How are you doing today, Chip?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited to be here with you and with all of the wonderful folks out there. How are you doing?
I am doing great because it's another Monday live, and I'm already seeing a bunch of people in chat welcoming you here today, Chip. So we are excited to get some readings and to hear from you today. Now, before we get started, I do have a few bits of information for our audience that I do want to let everybody know. If you are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip here after seeing a free preview of his abilities today, you can connect with him for a private one-on-one psychic reading experience on CaliforniaPsychics.com and receive a guaranteed answer to your questions when you do so. Remember that the only way to receive a guaranteed answer to your questions is to get a one-on-one reading on CaliforniaPsychics.com or the California Psychics app. But go ahead and stick around because we'll be shouting out Psychic Chip's exact schedules and ways to reach him later in the live stream. Also, before we get started, we do want to list off some ground rules for questions. Unfortunately, we are not able to answer any legal or medical related questions here at California Psychics. And if you do ask about another person in your question, please make sure you at least include their first name because this will allow Psychic Chip to more accurately answer your question today. And my final note before we get started, I want to urge all users who are watching this live stream today not to add any users who message you for a psychic reading after the live stream today. These accounts are not associated with California Psychics, and the only way to get a reading with Psychic Chip here or our verified psychics is to go to CaliforniaPsychics.com. But without any further ado, if you are all ready to go, Chip, we can go ahead and get started.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Perfect. All right. Now, our first question that we have is here from Aisha. She is asking about Ahmad. Aisha is wanting to know how Ahmad is feeling about her since they haven't spoken in the past few days. Can you possibly also reveal what in particular Ahmad likes about Aisha in particular?
Mm. Yeah, this is an interesting energy because I'm getting a little bit of an illusion, Aisha. I feel a pullback, but actually in like this energy of like wanting you to almost kind of chase a little bit. And you may have even experienced this just sort of like in the connection in ways that weren't, no contact. So what I'm getting is actually that what I sense is him wanting to repair things to actually be back in touch and maybe a little bit of a wishing that you two wouldn't have lost contact. There's a lot of things that I could rattle off here about what he likes about you, but you're beautiful, you're kind. I think there's a lot of chemistry in other ways. I'll just keep it general, but I would just say I think that there's truly like there's this love that's there that I think he doesn't want to get away from. So I hate that you two have lost touch. This does feel very much astrological, like there may be a tendency there for him to pull back, but some of the retrograde that we had with Mercury, it just cleared up on Saturday. So my sense is the two of you will be back in touch this week, and I wish you two the best.
Wonderful reading to get us started, Chip. Thank you, Aisha, for submitting your question for today's live stream today. And if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip, you can always do so on CaliforniaPsychics.com and click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to do so. Now, next question that I have for you, Psychic Chip, is from Erica, who just wants to know if you could provide any potential insights about her love life. And possibly if you can elaborate on what she can look forward to in the new year when it comes to love.
Okay, Erica, I have to tell you, I'm getting some guidance messages for you. So you have to be very, very close to some sort of breakthrough here, either with somebody that you have in mind or somebody that you have in mind that you're manifesting that's coming forward. And so I think when we're in the final stages of like a breakthrough process, we can start to get a little antsy, like, I'm ready. So there's just this little urge of like, just Patient, you have a very humorous guy who's like patience young grasshopper. So you have a guy who's ancient up there saying like you have a soulmate that is coming forward, and it is going to be the relationship that you have always wanted, and it is very close. And so I don't think you have much longer before this breakthrough moment. But my sense is that you do a lot of work for people because you care. And so the relationship really thrives when both parties have the opportunity to do it. And so they just don't want you to be the one always carrying in the groceries all by yourself. They want you to have a true partner that can pour into you as much as you pour into them. And so we're looking for somebody that can match that. And you also have to give them that opportunity to match that. And you're going to. So this is going to be a really nice new breakthrough connection for you. And you're in this season where I think you've done the inner work and you're continuing to do that. And I can't wait to hear about how that manifests for you. So please keep me posted. Blessings to you, Erica. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Erica, for submitting your question today. And definitely let us know if that answer from Psychic Chip resonated with you too. We'll make sure to put it up on the screen. Next question that I have for you, Psychic Chip. I've seen one here from Mayra, who is wanting to know how you see the upcoming new year resulting for her in terms of love.
Okay, Mayra. Well, I have to tell you, the first thing I have is I don't know if you are Gemini because I don't have your birthday, or if this is a Gemini stepping forward or Gemini season, but they're showing me the Gemini twins in my vision. And so it tends to mean one of two things. When I'm reading for somebody, it may mean that there are options, okay? And I see that sometimes. So you may actually connect with at least two people where they are significant connections that you feel strongly about, and you'll be blessed with choice. Or this person you will meet by Gemini season. So we're talking about May. And I have a very significant person that steps forward in my vision. I do think that you're going to meet them before that. So I think what they're showing me is that you're going to have two people that you're going to connect with. And my sense is that this is your person. Like the next person you choose is like your person. So there's a lot of pain, and we don't have to get into all that. It's not the fun part, but things you're going to be really, really pleased with how that heals and the relief that comes to you when you have this person step forward in the connection. And I see you like a year from now going, gosh, it's like a totally new energy for me to be in. So I'm excited for you. I really think it's like your time. I'm seeing a lot of readings like that coming up for folks, Carson. So I really think next year is going to be transformational. This year has been very, very challenging for a lot of people. And I'm excited to hear, Mayra, for your love life, how that manifests. So please do keep me posted.
Yes, absolutely. I've been hearing a lot of readings like that, kind of on that similar boat, Chip. So I do think you are very much on to something with the new year, and I hope so, because definitely need some more positive vibes in this world. Cannot get enough of it. But I want to thank you, Mayra, for submitting your question today, and we really hope that that answer from Psychic Chip also resonated with you too. Next question that I have for you, Chip, is here from Stephanie, who is wanting to know very simply just what do her spirit guides want her to know right at this very moment? Thank you in advance, Chip, for any messages that you relay.
Yeah, there's like two or three things, so I'll try to be efficient here. But the first thing is, are you deliberating between choice, spending, or a purchasing decision? Not like, do I want a red apple or a green apple, but I mean like a significant purchase, like something that's important to you. So that's my first thing that I'm having coming through is if you're not aware of what this is, I think you will be in the first quarter of next year. There's a purchasing decision, and so they're going to be working with you on that. And I think the second thing is they are talking about really staying grounded, in particular with somebody in your world that is very taxing. And I don't know who this is, if it's somebody that you work with or a family member. I'm getting messages a lot about family members as we approach the holiday season, because I feel like there are pressures that we can feel to be around people longer than we really want to be. And so there is a message here about being thoughtful about how long you stay and not to overstay around somebody in particular. This is either work or family. I don't know exactly, but I can offer that to you. And then I can tell you the last thing is that I see actually in about 9 months a significant upgrade to your finances and work situation. So I would say no later than August or September of next year, you have a very, very, very significant, it doesn't have to take that long. That's just by that time at the latest, a significant financial blessing. And I think it's something like a new role or an upgrade in the pay structure or something of that nature. So it's like a title and financial is how they give it to me. So that's what I'm getting straight away. Stephanie, I see your comment now, being more aware of my spending for now. There you go. That's them. That's them nudging you because you have something. It's not a negative thing. It's not like, your engine blows out in your car. I don't have anything to warn you about. It's like an exciting, positive, like choice between two things. And I think it's going to be in the first quarter of next year. So it's going to be a fun purchase, something coming forward to give you joy and enhance the joy you already have. I love your energy, by the way, Stephanie. Keep me posted on your 2026. I'm excited to hear how things manifest for you.
Yes, thank you, Stephanie, for joining our live stream today and submitting your question for Psychic Chip to get answered. We really hope you enjoyed that answer from Psychic Chip as well, and hope you resonated with it too. I also did say a thank you from Mayra, who we also just answered, for her answer that she received. And I feel like this is also a really good segue to shout out you, Psychic Chip, for those who are interested in that one-on-one reading experience with you. Now, for those who are interested on getting that one-on-one reading experience with Psychic Chip here after the live stream today, you can connect with him on CaliforniaPsychics.com and the California Psychics app through either phone call, online chat, or offline message. But Psychic Chip, you've been providing some wonderful readings today, so I'm sure people are dying to know, when is the very next time you'll be online and available for these one-on-one readings and your regular schedule?
Yeah, so I will be on all of this week, and I want to just also state that this will be the last week before Christmas that I'll be working. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you would like a reading, this is not a gimmick. This is just so everybody knows. I will not be available until after Christmas. So I wanted to give everybody the heads up, and my clients out there that I love dearly will be getting a note from me as well on the app to that effect. But I will be on for the rest of the week, starting at 10 o'clock, going to 1, and then 5 to 7, and these are Central Time. So there are a few days where I'm plugging in at 4 as an extra appointment. So if you would like to grab an appointment time with me, be happy to connect with you then. And of course, offline messages, when I'm scheduled to work, I love to dig into those and read for you on those questions. So whatever is most convenient for you.
Yes, wonderfully put, Chip. And if you missed any of that information from that Psychic Chip just mentioned as well, you can always click the link in the description of the live stream that you're watching right now, and that will pull up Psychic Chip's profile on California Psychics, where again, you could connect with him through either phone call, online chat, or offline message, and book one of those appointment slots that he was just mentioning as well. Make sure you do it soon too, because like Chip said, he will be going on vacation around Christmas time. So if you are wanting to get that New Year reading experience, make sure you do so a little bit early this year. But as we hop back into questions, I see one here, actually right here, from San D. And I just liked the way that kind of flowed. But San, she would just like a general message from you, Psychic Chip. What does she need to know for the upcoming new year?
Well, San, you have a wonderful lovely lady in the spirit world that steps forward, and I have to tell you, this is a very nurturing maternal energy. So this is mother, grandmother for me. That's how it shows up, or somebody that very much would have had that place in your heart there in the spirit world. They surround you with a lot of love and healing, and so I think that the first thing they want to do is tell you how proud they are of you and all of the good things that you have been doing. Both for yourself and just the way that you carry yourself with a lot of like happiness and joy, and you try to, even though maybe you don't always feel great every day, but you try to make other people's day brighter. And so there's something special coming from the spirit world for you about that. And I do want to just say there are resolutions coming to you, they say, with matters of the heart. And so if there is a longing or something that doesn't feel quite right or something that's been on your mind, there is a resolution coming with a soul connection for you. So I want to offer that to you. I do think, as consistently as I've been seeing it recently, I think 2026 will be quite transformational for you. And I sure love your energy, and I love to pass along that love to you from the spirit world. So blessings to you. And if you'd like to go deeper on any of those, please let me know, and I'd be happy to. Time limited today, but yeah, that's what I'm getting for you.
Fantastic. Thank you for submitting your question today, Sandy, and we really hope that that answer from Psychic Chip resonated with you too. Definitely let us know if it did in the chat too, and we'll make sure to put it up on the screen. Now, the next question that I have for you, Psychic Chip, is here from Angel. She is wanting to know about her in Kihinda. Please excuse me if I mispronounced that name. She is wanting to know if they're going to be kind of reconciling as friends, possibly something more in the future, and just wanting to know mainly of like, is that connection more than just a friend? Does he actually like her in return?
Yeah. You know what I'm feeling is I do think certainly a friendship comes back round, but there's something like I think with this energy here, like and I hope I'm doing right by you, Kihindi. The energy here is one of like I almost feel like you work so hard in this connection, and I want them to work hard, and they're like not, and I want that for you. So I think what I'm saying is they almost kind of need to go back and get full. They're not fully baked just yet, but the friendship I sense is going to be coming back round. I just feel that before that happens, there's somebody else that's going to come in for you. And I know sometimes when I share a message like that, it could feel disappointing. And I certainly am not in the business of wanting to ever disappoint anybody, but I want to be honest with you, somebody very, very special that is coming in that doesn't do the back and forth thing or kind of make you wonder, or you're like really like, kind of in your head, like, am I crazy? Is there really something here? I feel something. You do definitely have a connection. You're not crazy. It's just, I just don't know that this one is just ready just yet. They're just not quite there. They can be. It's just not a fast turnaround for me, and yet they come back. So I have something that feels platonic or like a friendship. It's something that could start to blur the lines into something more than that. But what I want to say is I just think before they're fully ready for like a commitment, somebody that is going to come through. And so I want to let you know that no matter what, you're going to walk away with your person. And I'm excited for that for you. But yeah, I can understand your question. There is a love that's there. It's just, I just feel like he's just not quite fully ready to let that in and really receive that. So that's what I want to give to you, but I'm excited for you in love because you're not going to be bored. You're going to have somebody very special coming in, and I sure hope you'll know how that's sitting with you and how things are going.
Wonderful advice, Psychic Chip. And Jill, well, we really hope that message from Chip resonated with you too, and definitely let us know if it did in the chat as well, so we can go ahead and put it up on the screen for Psychic Chip. Now, our next question that I saw here is one from username on YouTube, Dario Rabasco. I think Dario is wanting to know if there are any general messages for them, and a thank you in advance. Just any messages for the new year. And Jill, I'll put it up on the screen here in a second, but she is just saying thank you so much for that reading as well, Chip.
Yeah. Dario. I think, and again, this is just the caveat. Whenever we say general with spirit, they really take that quite literally. So it can really be general. I can just tell you that the things that are coming through, first of all, there's something that I feel you're very passionate about. I think that you're really good at it. And I think spirit really wants you to give yourself permission to go after it. And so I get this energy sometimes when somebody has a knack for music, or they are a really good actor, but they haven't let themselves go try out for something. There's this sense of like spirit wants you to cut the ties with what feels routine, and to really put yourself out there. This also manifest in the heart chakra area, because I'm getting some warmth here, to allow yourself to go out there, and not to go out there after somebody that you feel like is beneath your standard, but somebody, you know, there's a little bit of risk in having somebody step forward that's your energy and can match you, and spirit wants that for you on both fronts. So what I have is something very, very beautiful and special that's in the off, kind of in the offing, waiting for you here. And I just like, flip that switch. You deserve it. It's there for you. I promise, if you jump, you're not going to fall. We're going to catch you. So your guides have your back, and they really want you to let yourself go after it. And that is general, but that is the message that I'm getting for you. I hope in some way that resonates, and if I can break it down for you in a more detailed way, you know, feel free to shoot me an offline message, or we can chat as well by phone. Blessings to you.
Yes, thank you, Dario, for submitting your question today for Psychic Chip. And we really hope that answer from Chip also resonated with you too. Angel also just saying she really appreciated that message that you sent for her just a second ago. And now, as we move on to our next question, I see one here from Jasmine wanting to know how Razel feels about Jasmine. I'm assuming for either a potential relationship or a very new relationship.
Ooh, yeah. And if it's pronounced like the archangel name, it would be Raziel, right? So however, I hope I'm doing right by you with that. But I feel there is a pull and a draw and an attraction that's there. And yet there's also a little bit of a sense of like, they see you as a very independent, you can stand on your own 2 feet kind of girl, and I think that is attractive. And yet also sometimes that can make the process a little bit slower. There's a little bit of gamesmanship that can go into this early type of energy, or at least the way that it feels for me is something that's trying to blossom is in the early stages. So that's how I'll give it to you. Make no bones about it. There's a connection underneath this that you may not fully be able to put to words, but there's something spiritual to this connection. Like if you're open to the idea of past lives, and I only offer this when I see it, so I'm not just blowing smoke here, but there is some sort of karmic or past life connection between the two of you. And so I don't know if those are the words that he would give you, but I sense there's a familiarity that's there. If you haven't felt it yet, you will soon. And there is something very interesting about the two of you being reconnected in this lifetime. I think you're meant to explore that. So yeah, and I think you would like to. That's what I see.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jasmine, for submitting your question today. And yes, we really hope that message from Psychic Chip resonated with you too. We've had a lot of great readings today. So yes, she's already saying that as well. Just really resonates with that. So
yeah, I'm picking up on it.
All right. And now moving on to our next question as we approach near the halfway point of our free live preview of California Psychics today. I see one here from Patty. Reading this, you may have read with Patty before. She says, it's been since November since we last read, and there's still no contact with Paul. Do you foresee any changes soon, or any insight that you may have into this situation? Thank you in advance.
Yeah, so those of you who read with me know I keep notes, so I read everything fresh. So I would have knowing, you know, what I gave you before, but it's possible that what I may have been picking up on is that the retrograde sometimes can create openings. It's kind of paradoxical because like it can create openings where there's unfinished business and communication can sort of spur on, right? And so there was an opening, I feel, in November for that. And yet here we sit, and that choice wasn't made, right? And that's the conundrum of free will. And so it's tricky when we have retrogrades, because it can also make the mind confused or blurred, and so communication can suffer because of that. So what I want to say to you is that now that it's actually back direct again, I have a very swift energy, and I'm seeing the number one keep flashing in front of me. So, I'm going to say a day, a week. It's a swift energy. I have a very fast energy here. So my suspicion here is that like we're just outside of it. Like I think we're very close to it. I think that you'll have some communication now. What I want to say is I think that that's wonderful and great, but let's also be grounded, because when things do amp up, we want to make sure. So I think there's a meaningful conversation that has to take place, and that's absolutely going to happen. And I feel optimistic about things for you too. So please keep me posted, Patty, and hang in there. Yeah, you're close.
Fantastic, Patty, and also just thank you for submitting your question today. And now that we are about halfway through our live stream today, I see one here, a question here from Ashley from YouTube. Ashley, right before we get into your question, I do want to shout out Psychic Chip here, because he's been providing some absolutely fantastic readings today during today's free live preview of California Psychics. And if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip to receive a guaranteed answer to your question, or just more insight into the answers you may have received today, please visit us on CaliforniaPsychics.com and search up Psychic Chip, where you can go ahead and book that one-on-one appointment with him and get that phone call, reading, online chat, or offline message. Or you can click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to pull up his profile on CaliforniaPsychics.com. But Chip, for everybody who is wondering, when is the very next time you'll be online and available for these one-on-one readings for those who are seeking a guaranteed answer to their questions?
Yeah, so I'll be logging back in tomorrow. I'll be on the rest of the week. This is the last week before the last week before Christmas that I will be logging in. So please, definitely, if there's something that's pressing, let's talk this week before I go away. But I will be back on at the end of the month. So I want to say Tuesday through Friday, and I'll be logging in approximately 10 a.m. Central. And the hours are varied, so I don't want to take up time, but you can check it on the app. But usually I'm on 10 to 1 and 5 to 7 Central Time. So I look forward to connecting with you. There are appointments available if you'd like to skip the queue. I know the queue can get long sometimes, or shoot me an offline message if that's more convenient with a question.
Fantastic. Thank you, Chip, for that. And again, please click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now to pull up Chip's profile and all the information regarding getting a reading with him. Now, want to thank you, Ashley, for your patience. We are moving on to your question. Hoping, I'm seeing a little bit of lag, so hopefully I'm not lagging too much. But Ashley is wanting to know if she's going to be meeting a new love interest this month, Chip, and if there's any timeline on when she can expect to be married. Excuse me.
Yeah, so Ashley, interesting. Okay, so just the way that I read is I'm often shown things in paths. So we have choice here, right? We don't come here to just walk a preordained robotic life. We come here empowered with free will. So some of this has to do with your choice, with the choice of partner that you make. So what I feel is that you do have somebody coming forward. I will say this. I think that it is going to be kind of close as to whether it's going to be in December or in January, but I think that it is coming relatively soon. My feeling is that this person is going to be very extroverted. They're going to be very about you. They're going to want to pursue you, and they're going to want to go fast. And so what I want to say is your guides are like, whoa, let's slow down. I like you too, but let's slow down. Because there's a part of you that wants to go fast as well. And I hear you, because you have a lot of love to give. And so what I have for you is somebody that's a significant connection. This is somebody that could blossom into long term, but I just want to throw out there, I think in February you have another person coming in. So I think this is interesting. So I'm just going to let you know you have some energies that you are manifesting that are coming in, enjoy the first meeting. Just don't be shocked when you also meet another Romeo coming in. There's a J with the first name. There's a J, like a Jason, or I heard Jason, but it's definitely a J with the first name. It's a significant letter, I think, of the first name. Marriage, I like I say, this is tough to say because I think it really depends on who you choose, right? But I could see this being within the next 2 to 3 years. So I feel optimistic that you are absolutely going to be married and you're going to have your soul connection. You get choice though. So keep me posted. Let me know how things are going.
Yes, definitely keep Chip posted, Ashley. And we want to thank you for submitting your question today during today's free live preview of California Psychics live stream. Now, next question I have for you is from Hannah, Psychic Chip. Hannah is wondering if her person of interest, West, is coming back soon, and if you possibly see any messages about her love life coming through. Thank you so much in advance, and just a message that you are the best.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. Yeah, he is. He is coming back. I feel that quite strongly, and I'm actually getting Sagittarius energy. So this is like, yeah, this is, before we get into the latter part of this month that I have a communication opening back up. And I would even go so far as to say, like maybe a week or two ago, you could have been feeling his energy quite strongly. And so that's your indication that he was very close, I think, to making contact. But I feel that it's going to be this month. I also sense that this is going to be an open door. Yes, I am a Sagittarius. There you go. So maybe it's even, he's opening things up with a birthday message and how have you been? And, let's catch up. But I have an easing back into things. And yet I don't think it'll be too long before the two of you are back reconnected. So I do believe that this is, I don't always get to see that people get back together when you hear from somebody, but in this case, I really think that you will. I really think there's unfinished business here. So I know you've been patient just a little bit longer, and happy birthday to you. Blessings.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hannah, for submitting that question today about you and West. We really hope that answer from Chip also resonated with you. And we just, really appreciate you attending today's live stream as well. And she's just also just saying thank you. Great to hear. And yes, thank you, Hannah, for that message as well, that validation. So next question that I see for you, Chip, and we have about 10 minutes left before we switch into our card pull section of the live stream for those who are watching, but keep submitting your questions because we'll be switching over in about 10 minutes. So we still have a bit of time to answer questions, or regular questions, excuse me. Holly Light from YouTube is requesting a love card, please, regarding her marriage. Thank you. Now this is a little bit earlier for the card pull, but yes, I was just specifying that we will be getting into our dedicated section later.
Yeah. Well, the card that you have today is the Chariot card. The Chariot card can represent expansion and growth. And it does require these two, these two here, these Sphinx-like characters in the front, to be operating in agreement and in mutuality. So if one of them wants to slow down and the other doesn't, the cart gets turned around and goes in circles. So there's this feeling of like absolutely forward progress can be made, and yet it's going to require there to be a mutuality and speed. And so what you may be sensing is at times a friction between how fast you want to go, how fast your partner wants to go, and how much they want to open up and how much you want to open up. And that's just the human condition. We're just all different. And that's what makes it exciting, because like we'd be bored if we met somebody that was our identical, right? So there's this feeling of like, dang it, they're not me. And yet also, thank God they're not me, because we have to have that. There's something actually attractive about that friction. So I want to say embrace it. That's the message here for you, because if you do, that's when you'll see you two soar. And the Chariot can also represent trips, vacations, travel. There's also this feeling of like, go go to the cabin and go to the beach. Like, you guys go somewhere. So this is good. This is optimistic. A little bit of guidance message there from the spirit, but I hope that resonates with you. And if I can expand on that more, you let me know. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Blessings, Holly.
Yes, thank you, Holly, for submitting your question today, and we really hope that answer from Psychic Chip, that card pull from Chip, also resonated with you too. Again, we are going to get into our dedicated card pull section in a little bit, but for now, I saw this question here from Nancy. The main question that she is wanting to get to is she wanted to know if she is going to be meeting somebody special soon. She is a widow for about 2 years and she can't seem to be standing by her, or she can't stand being by herself. And also, we do want to apologize, Nancy. We do try our absolute best to answer as many possible questions as we can during these live streams. We do have a lot of questions come in and only 1 hour to do so. So we try our best, and we try our best to also just add some promo codes, some free gifts to make sure that everybody can at least benefit in some form. So we just really thank you, everybody, for attending the live streams, sending these questions, and we will try our best each and every week to answer as many possible questions as we can. But yes, Nancy's question regarding new love, Chip.
Yeah, Nancy, I'm as Carson said, I just want to, I hate that you felt overlooked, and I certainly apologize, but I'm so glad to be connected with you now. And, you have such a brilliant light in your aura that I know that you are meant for companionship if your heart is open to it. And I'm terribly sorry for your loss. But I want to share with you that you have a significant connection coming up, and I'm being shown the number 4, and I feel that this is within 4 months or by the 4th month of April, and I'm being given the name Charles. So it is like a C name. If it's another C name, please don't shoot me if it's your future husband. But what I want to say is that, like, regardless of the name, you are going to meet somebody by this time, and what I can tell you for sure is that this person also has the blessing of your partner who's passed. And I want to let you know that it is okay to open your heart. They want to let you know that it's okay to open your heart again. And I know that you know that it's okay. And they just want to remind you that it's okay. And it is your time. You've done a lot of healing. There's a lot that you have processed and gone through. And it's like, it's your time. You know what I mean? Like, you feel that. I can feel that you feel that. I know that you do. But you will get some uncanny signs as you are approaching the meeting. And I keep seeing butterflies. So I want to tell you, I think you're going to be seeing butterflies. Now, it could be like online as well, not just in person, but it could be both. But there's something about that as a sign that is going to be a validation for you. I tell you, when you meet this person, there will be no question about that this is the person that's been handpicked for you by spirit. So, my friend, I feel you in your pain, and I assure you that this is something that is a season, and this season, thankfully, is going to begin, and I'm excited about that. Blessing. Please do keep me posted, and I'm here if you need me.
Yes, thank you, Nancy, for submitting that question today, and definitely connect with Psychic Chip for that one-on-one psychic reading experience on CaliforniaPsychics.com. We would love to hear that follow-up. I know Psychic Chip would especially. Now, next question that I see one here is from Ava, who's wanting to know if your mediumship skills are ready to go for her question today. Her person of interest, Nate, his father has passed away, and she is wanting to know if he has any messages for her. She has felt his energy from the other side, and Ava has heard that he is working in the background to help reunite Nate and her. Thank you in advance.
Okay, Ava, pleasure to hear from you again. Happy holidays to you. Yes. First of all, I think that there's almost like an apology tour that his father wants to do for him. I think that there's like feeling of this should have already happened by now, and I'm so terribly sorry, but we are working on it. It's like this like spirit customer service kind of message or something. Like, and I'm laughing only because I know you have such a good sense of humor that you can understand where I'm coming from, or excuse me, rather where spirit's coming from. But as I blend with Nate's dad, what I have for you is first of all a message of appreciation for you hanging in there. I I sense when, and not if, but when the two of you do reconnect, um, you're going to learn about some very, very challenging things that have been happening. And there is a line, as Carson told us at the very beginning, of how far I can go with this. But what I can give you is energetically, mentally, energetically, there is some darkness that's there. And I see this with people when they're really going through a really tough time. So I feel like there's not a lot of exciting things going on in this world. I know there's the social media thing, and we look and we think like there's this like fantasized thing of they're living their best life and we're over here suffering. It is not that way. And so the first thing I want to just tell you is like, thank you from the spirit world for hanging in there with them. Number two, things are not great in his world, which is the reason for the absence. And number three, I do feel very, very strongly that the two of you will be reconnected. I really do. And I know you feel that. So that's what I have for you. And by the way, are the messages coming to you in dreams? Because that's how I feel it for you. Dreams are very important for you. So I hope that makes sense to you. But okay, thank you.
One final message that came in right at the end as well, just saying that today is Nate's birthday as well, and she does think it's well that Nate is grieving for his father at the moment too, which I think also kind of adds that extra energy.
I'm terribly sorry, to hear that, but thank you for that validation. And I think this is one of those birthdays that will come and go. And he's not feeling his best right now. So, some birthdays are better than others. And in dreams, okay, great. As that energy came to me in my sleep. Thank you. There you go. There's your validation. That's how it came through to me. So that's how I felt it. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ava, for submitting that question today and providing that validation for those things that Psychic Chip said as well for your question. We really hope everything works out for you and Nate. So definitely keep Psychic Chip posted. We are going to be switching over to our card pull section of the live stream. For those who are unfamiliar, during the final 15-ish minutes, maybe a little bit less now, of the live stream, we're going to be answering questions in the form of card pulls. So either love card pulls, career card, general, dealer's choice, etc. We'll go ahead and get these questions in the chat, and we'll have a little bit, we'll have faster time to answer these questions in the final stretch of the live stream through these card pull questions. But in the meantime, while we get these questions rolling in the chat, as so many are already doing so, thank you so much. Psychic Chip, can you let everybody know when is the very next time that you'll be online and available for one-on-one psychic readings for those who are wanting to get either a guaranteed answer to their questions or just a little bit more elaboration on some of the insight that they received from you today on CaliforniaPsychics.com?
Yes. So I've got my cards handy and I'm ready to go, but I will be logging back in tomorrow to work with all of you. I would love to connect with you by phone or offline message. Please, if you have a quick question, feel free to shoot me a message. I definitely work on those when I'm scheduled. And what I'll tell you is, like, I will be on through the rest of the week, usually starting right around 9 or 10 a.m. Central Time. I take an afternoon break, and then I'll be back on the evening, generally 5 to 7. But this will be the last week before Christmas that I'm on. So please connect with me this week before I go, because I just won't be able to connect as I'll be out of the country. So I won't be able to read for you. So I won't be able to come back for any emergencies or anything. So if there's something pressing, please let's connect this week and read for you. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chip, just in general for all you're doing and for your readings today as well. So yes, if you are wanting to connect with Psychic Chip, please click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now, and that will pull up Psychic Chip's profile on CaliforniaPsychics.com, where you can get that one-on-one reading experience with him. Now, as we kick off into our card pull section of the live stream, I have one here from Randy, who is requesting dealer's choice. She trusts you, Chip, so she is wanting to know, what do the cards have in store for Randy?
Yes, Randy, pleasure to hear from you and connect with you, my friend. Yes, so your card's the Wheel of Fortune. Goodness, the Wheel of Fortune is cosmic and divine energy. Essentially, the wheels are turning, and in this case, psychically, I feel quite favorably. I mentioned the idea or the concept of like seasons earlier, I think with reading for. And so, Randy, my friend, connecting with your energy, I feel like it is your time to experience blessing and abundance. This is like, reaping season for you, harvest. So I have a very positive omen for you with the Wheel of Fortune. It does indicate that sometimes things are a little bit out of your hands, but in the end, you will sense there is divine intervention on your behalf. And I feel really, really optimistic about actually pretty much all areas of your life with this card. Very powerful card to get. So blessings to you. Keep me posted. If I can go deeper on that, you just let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you, Randy, for submitting your question today. We hope that that answer in the card poll resonated with you. Next card poll is here from Nia, who is requesting a love card from you, Psychic Chip, wanting to know if Pablo will come back, and what do the cards say about that?
Okay, so we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card that does indicate resilience. There is a bouncing back energy to this. But unlike the way we think about strength in our, culture today, in the tarot, strength is actually kind of more of a physical energy. We think about strength about like lifting things and forcing things and, pushing. Strength in the tarot is actually about patience and allowing the inner strength or the energetic strength to shine through. So you may be feeling occasionally this physical vessel of yours wanting to get antsy and to force or to make something happen, and yet the way that it will come through, and I do feel that it will come through, the two of you will persevere through this. Okay, that's a good omen here with this card, but it's going to come through patience and your inner willpower. So inner willpower in this case is the idea of allowing whatever Pablo has to work through in order to reconcile to happen in its due time, and you will be rewarded and if you honor that process. So I feel optimistic about it for you. Strength tells me you will endure and push through, and you two will reconcile and push through this. Blessings. In terms of how soon, I don't feel anything straight away jumping out at me. Okay, so generally that means like it's not going to be in the next week or two. But I would say King of Pentacles, that's Capricorn. So I feel for you this is Capricorn season, which is later in December going into January. So that's what I have for you. Yeah.
Thank you, Nia, for submitting your question today for Psychic Chip. And now we are moving on to our next card pull question. We have one here from Christina as we are winding down in the final few minutes of today's free live preview of California Psychics. She was requesting a love card. I guess we can get two love cards for Anthony and Ed, whatever card. Yes. Oh, that resonates very well.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, this is the card that jumped out at me, Christina. So it looks like you do have a little bit of cross swords here. This is the Two of Swords. It indicates decisions do need to be made, but they need to be made when you feel like you have all the information. So swords are mental energies, okay? And if the mental energy could have got you through to the answer, you would have done it by now because you have been thinking about Anthony and Ed, and you've been thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. However, the answer is actually lying in the background. And this is the water back here. Water in the tarot is the psychic energy. It's the felt sense. It's the emotional energy. The emotional energy and the way your body feels around these two, that's your answer. So Spirit is wanting you to make a decision or a choice here with one of them in order, to have the person that you're going to be with based on that felt sense, the psychic sense, the intuition, the feeling. That's your guide. That's your guidepost here, and that's how that stuck energy that cross swords with the Two of Swords. So I hope that resonates with you, and you will do it. And one of these guys is going to be very, very lucky. So talk about dealer's choice. Christina's got dealer's choice.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Thank you, Christina, for submitting that question today. And yes, we really hope that card pull does resonate with you too. Next card pull is here for Jocelyn. A relationship card for her and Roman, please.
Interesting. Sometimes I consult the back of the deck when I shuffle. The card that came out is actually the Queen of Pentacles, which is the main message here. And the Queen of Pentacles is very grounded. So not to say that emotions and feelings are unimportant, because they're not. They're very much valid in the situation for you and Roman. However, there is almost an overflow of that right now. And there's almost a whose feelings matter more. Oh, well, I'm hurt. Well, I'm hurt. You did this. So the Queen of Pentacles comes in and says, whoa, we got to slow this down. We got to put our feet on the ground, put my toes in the sand or in the grass or, wherever you live, whatever the best thing you can do is to allow the intensity of the emotion to pass and then come back to the connection when you feel really, really centered. That's the medicine for you too. And if you do that, I feel very strongly you two are going to do just fine. So this is a season for you too. The Queen of Pentacles says, stay grounded and this will work out. And I feel that you will. You absolutely can do that. So keep me posted.
Yes. Thank you, Jocelyn, for submitting your question today. And we really hope that card pull resonated with you from Psychic Chip. Right before we get into this card pull from Nicole, I do want to ask Psychic Chip, when is the very next time that you'll be online and available for one-on-one psychic readings on CaliforniaPsychics.com for those who are seeking a guaranteed answer to their questions or possibly more insight into an answer that they may have received today?
Yes, so I will be logging right back in tomorrow. So then tomorrow morning, please connect with me. I have appointments available. I'll be entering offline messages, whatever is most convenient for you, and through the end of this week. And just as I mentioned before, just quick disclaimer, this will be the last week before Christmas that will be on. So please, please, please connect with me, as I won't be able to touch base with you as I'll be out of the country. So I look forward to reading for you this week. And then, of course, I'll be right back on at the end of the month to round the year out. So I look forward to reading for you. And yeah, I think I mentioned appointments available if you'd like to bypass the queue. So grab a slot.
Fantastic. And yes, you can always find all that information that Psychic Chip just shouted out on CaliforniaPsychics.com and click the link in the description of the live stream you're watching right now. Nicole is requesting a love card pull for what you see for her in the rest of 2025, the 1 month we have left.
Okay. Well, you actually had two cards that came out. Okay, so I just offer those. I know we tend to do just one, but I'll just let you know the interpretation here that I'm getting from your guides. First of all, the Judgment card, which does indicate sort of a resurrection of sorts. Okay, so something that was dead once comes back to life. The idea of your love life coming to life is very much part of this. Could indicate somebody from the past. There is a very significant healing moment for the two of you, or a past life. So you have an important soul connection that's coming in. I do feel the second card also gives us a little bit of color here, which is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a picture of somebody turning their back on something and going out into the wilderness and braving the wilderness, not because they think it makes sense, but because they feel. So it is your time. You know that it's your time. You're calling somebody in. The Eight of Cups could even mean, hey, go on a retreat, go on a meditation retreat, connect with people who are your speed. Maybe don't go about it the way that you're ordinarily going. If you tried the online thing and that's not working, that's not where it's going to be. So there's got to be a change to the approach, but trust this major arcana card comes forward to say, there is a destined connection. It's going to feel amazing. Judgment is a resurrection and coming back to life. So you do have love in your reading. Nicole, blessings to you. If I can go on deeper, please let me know offline. Blessings.
Yes, thank you, Nicole, for submitting that question today. Nicole from YouTube. Now, Chip, can you please clarify, are you going to be online and available for readings tonight after the live stream today?
Offline messages, I sure will be. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I did see a message in the chat there. So yes,
Yeah.
Psychic Chip will be answering offline messages after the live stream today. So if you want to submit some on the CaliforniaPsychics.com, please do so.
Yes.
Next card pull is here for Jessica, who is wanting to just get a card pull, love card pull for her and Terrence as we wind down today's free live preview of California Psychics live stream today.
Yeah, Jessica, very, 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 very positive omen. Star card is quite literally healing after something tumultuous happens. It's the card that comes after the tower. Any of you out there, the tower is really, really painful. It's blindsiding. It's abrupt. It hurts. It typically is something we don't want and we don't like. The star card is the thing that comes after it. It's the healing season. You were asking about improvement. The star card says, yes, absolutely. Not even a question. So I feel very, very strongly there's your answer straight away. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jessica, for submitting that question. And we really hope that that card pull that Psychic Chip just pulled resonated with you too. Now we have reached the end of our hour for our free live preview of California Psychics today, but we will be back next week at the same time with another free live preview of California Psychics, and we will have a Tarot Thursday live stream with Psychic Marin, for those who are familiar with our Tarot Thursday live streams, and we will be mentioning out and promoting how to join that later if you do want to learn a little bit more about tarot and the cards, especially that Psychic Chip revealed today. So if you are just wanting to learn a little bit more about the meanings of some of the cards you may have gotten, join us for that Tarot Thursday live stream. But for any questions that you may have, please direct them to our wonderful advisors at California Psychics and Psychic Chip here after seeing a free preview of his abilities today. And click the link in the description of the live stream that you're watching right now to pull up Psychic Chip's profile on CaliforniaPsychics.com, where you can book that one-on-one appointment slot with him. Chip, as a final note, can you please let everybody know your schedule before you head out for the holidays?
Yes, shoot me a message this evening. I'd be happy to read on it, or I will be right back on tomorrow morning through the end of the week until 7 Central Time. So would love to connect with you, and be happy to also connect with you an appointment if you don't want to wait in the queue. So I am looking forward to connecting with you. And a quick note, Marin is a gem, and she's brilliant. So she knows the tarot like the back of her hand. She's such a treat. So please join those. She's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. And definitely, if you attended today's live stream, go ahead and add the note that you got a card pull from Psychic Chip and that you want to learn a little bit more about it. That'll add a little bit of an extra note for that or little interactivity for Tarot Thursday. So we'll hope to see you there. And until then, direct your questions to our wonderful advisors and like Psychic Chip here. And until next time, everybody, bye-bye.